Last week, yes, I asked you a question about yourself. Did you get a chance to think about that? That who you really are? Yes, I know that you have a lot of answers. You are a doctor, a lawyer, a teacher. I know that. You're a mother, father, a daughter to someone, a student. I know you know. I know that you have a lot of answers. So if I ask you, are you the daughter? Then yes, you are the daughter to your mom and dad, but who are you to your husband? Who are you to your kids? Who are you to your students? And who are you to your neighbors? So do you have a proper answer, a fixed answer for my question, or do you play different roles? Do you have different identifications in your life? Did you think about this before? Well, I'm not going to talk about your identifications today, but I want to tell you something about your body, which you think as you. Do you know how it started? At the beginning, there was a combination of a sperm cell and an egg cell. So they got together and formed a zygote. And little by little, this zygote divided into 2 and to 4 and 8. It started into a large amount of cells. And eventually, it became the embryo. How did you decide that your eyebrows are like what you have today? How did you decide that your hair should be curly, or it should be straight, or it should be wavy? How did you decide your skin color? How did you decide the shape of your nails, shape of your nose, your ears? Did you have the plan with you in your hand? Or did your parents have the plan with them? Or is it the way the nature worked? Or is that the way the causes aligned? How were you fed when you were in your mommy's tummy, in your mommy's belly? How were you fed? It was through the umbilical cord. Whatever your mom has eaten were digested, and those nutrients were supplied into that embryo by that umbilical cord. Did you decide the amount of sodium, the calcium, or the proteins, carbohydrates that should be fed to that embryo? No, you didn't know about it. You didn't have a clue. You didn't have any control, any authority at all. But now you are telling, oh, I am the owner of myself. I have all the authority. I can do that. You ask me to do that, I can do that. If you ask me to do whatever the other thing, I can do that. You're very confident. You're very confident that you can control this body. But is it? Is it really under your control? You went shopping last week. What did you buy? Fresh milk, butter, bread, vegetables, fruits? Of course. You must have bought a lot of things. Bread, and then butter. What else? What about fresh milk? And maybe some veggies, carrots, and then what about some fruits? An apple, and pumpkin, You must have bought all sorts of things. And now they're in your fridge, they're in your storage. What did you have for your supper last night? You had something from these that you bought. And now they are in you, and they are now under the metabolism, they are digested. And now you call that you are what you've eaten. But once you had this in your cart, once you filled your cart with all those types of food, did you call that yourself? Did you call that cart or the goods in there? Did you call it yourself? No, you didn't. You didn't call that yourself. But all of a sudden, once you put it into this, you call it that, that's me. Yes, I know that you think that you have the ownership for this body, and then you have the ownership for yourself. But if you are not given food or water for like a couple of days, do you think that you can do all the work that you are doing right now? Can you walk? Can you talk? Can you swim? Can you run? Can you go to work? Then how come you say that you are the owner of you? Your energy supply was somewhere out there. It's water, it's the fruits. The energy was given to you through these things. So how come you say that you own yourself? No, the energy, if you were not given this energy, then how come you perform all these activities that you are doing right now? It is not possible. And think of all the systems inside you, the circulatory system, the respiratory system, digestive system, excretory system, muscular system, whatever the system, name it. You name it, whatever that, it just works on its own. You don't control your breathing. You don't control how the blood flows through your heart. How does that flow works? You don't have any ownership on that. Then how come you say that you are you and you have the authority on you? It's not the truth. It works according to however the causes align. Whenever the energy is supplied, then it's working. Then you know that ATP converts to ADP and then an energy packet, and then you can put your hand up. But if you don't have that energy, how come you do that? Always, the energy is given to this. And this is what we have taken from the outside. Ever since you started your journey as a zygote, and then to a embryo, and then you eventually developed up to the stage where you are right now. All the energy is supplied by the environment. The oxygen that you breathe right now, does that belong to you? Or do you do that? Do you take the oxygen into your lungs and then push those oxygen molecules to the blood vessels, and then take out the carbon dioxide from these vessels and then put it out? No. It just happens. Once the correct alignment is there, this process is happening. So let's say you took garlic bread and pumpkin soup last night. You had that. That was your supper. And today, what you talk is pumpkin energy. Isn't it? What you walk is pumpkin energy. What you do is the energy that is generated, that is given from what you have eaten last night. So think about it. Think about this week. Spend some time to think about who you are, how this system works, how these systems are working all together, combined, a combination of collection of lots of systems are working here, and you don't have the ownership for any of these processes, for any of these systems. They are working on their own once the energy is supplied. So, my dear folks, are you the pumpkin or the pumpkin you?